Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we are looking at a brand new Pete 389 Autohauler. Brand new, just came right out of the factory either late Friday night or early Saturday morning, depending on where you are in the world. It is a Autohauler by Felipe Lima of F3d Modding. I will have a link both to his Facebook page as well as to his website so that you can purchase this. So what are you getting? You are getting this truck with the trailer. We see we already have some cargo that's also built into the mod. And you're also going to get a trailer that comes with it. So these were built at the same time, made to go with each other. And he is selling both of these for only $25. Incredible detail on the outside, lots of attention to detail. We're going to take a little bit more of an in-depth look into the detail once we get it out of the shop. So essentially what we're going to do, I'll lead you through all the options here in the shop so you know how to build it, all the different cargos that come with it. Then we're going to take it out and really inspect it close up because detail is really the key to this mod. And then we'll take it on a short drive so you can see what it looks like from the inside and the outside in action. So let's get started. What I need to remind everyone here is this is an incredibly detailed mod, but it is more or less an SCS 389 with an auto haul exterior. That's essentially what you're talking about. 90% of what has been put into this mod is what you see on the outside. The interior, I know some people might be a little disappointed. It is just a stock SCS 389 interior. There's not a whole lot to it at all. You're getting this really because it's a specialty truck and it hauls cars. A lot of detail here, but that is what you should expect. And I need to say in the beginning here, I was just a little bit disappointed in the beginning. And let me clarify, I was actually looking for something that was, I drive mainly on the interior. And to just see something stock 389, stock SCS, I was a little bit disappointed, but I reminded myself that is not the purpose of this mod. And it's really just about the exterior. It's really about the detail. So if you're a little bit disappointed that you're not going to get some custom interior and you're not going to get a whole lot of options, it's not the worst thing in the world at all, especially when you're looking at this amount of detail and you're looking at a truck and trailer combo for only $25. Really something that's unique to the game. I think only one or two other people have come out with a car hauler, and this one does not disappoint. Let's look at some of the options. It's pretty basic right now. Keep in mind, he does say that he will be making more additions and upgrades to it as it goes. For chop top cabin kind of makes sense. All right, you're not gonna have a tall sleeper on this. It just doesn't make sense. One chassis with a sleeper right now. For the engines, I put a Cat C12 in it, 430 horsepower, and I'm running a 13-speed Eaton Fuller. Let's go to the inside first because it's the easiest. It's just stock SCS 389, and with the exception of hanging items and console items on the floor, seats, and cup holders. Essentially, there's only two things that you can do with this, and that is you can add a side mirror and you can change out the steering wheel. Everything else, well, you can add a GPS here in the corner if you want it to be a phone or the portable navigator, but this GPS here in the center console works just fine. So I prefer to keep it out of the way, especially since something unique if you haven't driven a car hauler is you lose a lot of visibility due to this. We don't need another GPS unit really clogging things up, but that's about what you get. I put like a little pillow in the back. Pretty basic on the inside. It would be nice to see some additional options here. I know it's the stock SCS 389 interior, so I'm not too hopeful, But it would be nice to be able to change the colors of some of this. It would be nice to be able to change the color of the dash, maybe the bezels on the gauges, just something that we can make it a little bit personal. Maybe he's going to do something additional with the mirrors because he does have a node for it, but there's only one option. So keep that in mind for those who are really looking for the experience behind the wheel, not the most customizable, but it does play the part. And arguably, do you really need a ton of options on this? You're really just buying it for all of this design, which is incredibly detailed. I wish it had a few paints. They're just solid colors by default. Then you can do a custom color and you can do a custom metallic color. I might actually go ahead and change this over to like a dark red. Oh, wrong color. Boom. Change this over more, something like that. Maybe a little bit brighter, but we'll go metallic. And we'll probably change this to, let's go like a dark gray or a black. Accessories on the outside. You do get a few options for sure. Bumpers, there's 2 options. None of them currently come with lights. I'm hoping that's an update. The lights that he offers here, you can change these up on the air filter. You can change these up on the skirt. Lights around the perimeter are things that you can't change, but it's fine. They look the part. They work. There are no lights currently, I don't believe, unless these are maybe these small lights. I would like to see some more lights or some customizable lights here on the trailer too. Again, not a deal breaker. We have 3 options for the grill, or 2 options for the grill. You can either do paintable or you can do standard. I'm just going to go with the standard, see a little bit more chrome. And then we've got our grill bars. You can go 3, 5, or horizontal. I'm going to leave the horizontal. Front mirrors, of course, you can change the tires and rims. By default, it comes with very small wheels and tires. You can change the air filters. You get 2 options, chrome and paintable. I'm leaving it paintable. We cannot do anything, not that you can really see it, but we can't do anything with cabin lights, no horns. They do have a functional horn that comes with it, but you can't change it out. No beacons. There's no room for that because this is hauling cars right on top of it. You do get probably the most options with these battery boxes, and everything from aluminum, and everything has a regular version and a non-slip version. Here's your non-slip version of the aluminum, and then same thing in chrome, regular and non-slip. So a couple options there, and I think the biggest difference if you don't have the skirt is the tank right inside changes. It's kind of hard to see from here, but there's your side flare, which gives you some customizable lights. It's pretty cool. Cab skirt, so you can make it paintable, you can make it chrome. Can I go back to my other one? I'm probably going to have to redo those lights. Or, yeah, nope. Did it retain them? It retained them. Good. So I don't have to redo them. We've got our def tank here. I just left it plain. You can do it in aluminum or you can do it in chrome. What else we got? Tank cover. You can actually put tank covers on these on the front and back. Currently offered in black and in paint. I just left these off because I'm not a huge tank cover kind of guy. And we've got paintable tanks, chrome tanks, and aluminum tanks. You can change the wheels and rims here in the back. Let's get this out of the way. Here's what the back looks like. Nothing to really change here on the back. The only other thing that you can do is you can go ahead and change out your cargo. You have 2 versions of Camaros. So you can get Camaros in this, all of them in this gray, or you can get them in gray, white, and yellow or orange. 2 versions of the Mustang, red, white, and blue, or all one color, essentially white or gray. And 1 version of the Subaru Impreza and 1 version of the Tesla. They're all in the same color. So he's got a few cargos on here, but they look pretty good. It doesn't look like he rushed just to get these cargos in extra. So Tesla, Subaru Impreza, Mustang, and Camaro are in here. And see, that's another thing that you need to remember. Even though you're not getting a ton of options on the outside and you hardly get any on the inside, it's meant for this exterior model. He's got the cargos going, and believe it or not, there are quite a few jobs that are available. My only gripe with the jobs is they go from Tesla to Tesla, Ford to Ford, sometimes Tesla to Ford. I would like to see more jobs that are coming from like a harbor or coming from some sort of railway where we can role play bringing them from the rail yard into the Tesla dealership, or bringing them from there is one job that I saw that takes Ford Mustangs and transports them to Alamo car rental. That was pretty cool, but I was a little put off on that because it was actually a 14-hour drive. So I'd like to see something a little bit closer. So I think what we're going to do for right now is we're going to change it back to the Mustangs, and I want the version that is the red, white, and blue. Give us a little bit of variance there because they're rarely ever the same color. We don't need front mirrors for this. That's pretty much all the options that we have going on here. Let me show you the trailer. Okay, so trailer is also pretty basic. We have one chain type. We have 4 different options of body color. Here's black, here's blue, there's red, and there's orange. And that's pretty bold color. If you go over to the chassis, you basically get these same 4 options. They're no different than what it offered over here in the chain type. In terms of our accessories, not a whole lot going on here. You can change out the tires, the rims, and you can add this warning flag or not. That's it. So the real theme here going on, if we add the truck back in here, you're getting this exterior model. You're getting lots of detail. It looks the part. You don't have a whole lot of customizations inside or outside. And I was a little bit disappointed in the beginning, but I'm fine with it, especially for the detail, which we're going to go check out now, and the fact that you're getting both of these, plus the cargos that are also high detail, plus the ability to do a lot of jobs with them, and it's all for $25, so my hat's off to F3d Modding. Again, I'll have links to his Facebook page and his website to purchase this truck. Let's go look at the detail outside of the shop. Okay, we are now outside of the shop. By the way, these cars that are on top, which we've loaded in the workshop, there is no weight simulated to them. It would be kind of cool if you loaded this cargo, and even without anything on the trailer, like it is set up now, that you actually had some weight simulation, but there's no weight simulation. It drives exactly the same as if you didn't have this cargo on top of the truck. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the detail, though. So one of the first things that really stands out for me, look at all the stickers and all the writing on it. Perfectly readable. I'm just going to kind of scroll down here. Take a look at all of these signs. Nice and high resolution, so you can see this would be the actual operation. And these handles, basically, what that allows you to do is when there are no cars on here, you can drop the top, push it down, because you don't always need that to be up in like a 2-level situation. Ooh, American flag, made in the USA. Didn't realize that before. And all of these, they even have the numbers here. There's 1, 2, and 3 on all of these different arms, you see? And that is for proper operation of this. It has it also on the trailer. You've got 11, I believe, through 16, 10, 11, 14, 12. And the explanation for how to operate this is all right there with the handles. You've got trailer cables everywhere. A lot of attention in these tanks too. So even all of these, like, what are these, non-slip metallic portions, they look really good. These lights, these 3 lights on the back come with it. You can't do anything about it. You can't, again, the only thing you can change is really this warning flag. No step on everything. Tons of no steps, so a lot of detail given here. Even on the back where this mounts up, and all the reflectors on here. I wish you could change the ladder. The ladder looks more like aluminum. I'd like you to be able to change it to chrome, especially since we have a lot of other chrome on here. But you cannot fault him at all for the detail. I think another update that he's going to look at doing is these are kind of low rails. So when you're up there, little guide rails so you don't fall off. I think they're looking at an option in the future for also high rails, which is what some of the users on his Facebook channel had mentioned, that they were familiar with driving in real life. So that's the detail that you get. He absolutely didn't spare any expense on the detail. Just remember, you're paying for this exterior model. Both truck and trailer. It looks good. It doesn't look cheap. Very high res. Now I think let's find a job and take a short drive. Okay, we are here in Clinton, Oklahoma. We might as well make use of our new state. And we have just pulled up to the Alamo Rent-A-Car Center. And what we're going to do is we already have these Mustangs that we picked up at another Alamo dealership. We're picking up our second load that's going to be on the trailer. And then we're going to take them to a third Alamo spot. We're basically redistributing them throughout the company as the need changes. So let's go ahead and I'll get her started. As you would have seen when we were in the workshop, we have a Cat C12 in it. I believe it's 430 horsepower, plenty. A 13 speed, and I think it's like a 2.5 or 2.7 differential. This is all highway stuff, and we're dealing with very low weights as well. Not only because these car loads are typically lower in weight than other cargo, but also, as I mentioned in the workshop, the cars on top of the truck are not simulated in terms of weight.
You have reached your destination.
So I think we're going to be probably running only about 8,000 or 9,000 pounds. Okay, we have the cars loaded on here. Got the red, white, and blue on the front. We've got all of them in white on the back trailer. I saved you the time of me getting what is a very long trailer, actually, into this very tiny spot, and it is a blind in, so I just got the cars up on the trailer so we can move this right along. We already had the breakout. So here we go. We are headed from Clinton over to Ardmore at the other Alamo rental car. We are 8,818 pounds, so very light. Should be a nice, quick drive. Oh, we're not seeing a whole lot there. That's what she looks like in action. Probably going to be doing a little bit more exterior views for this one, since the interior is stock and all of the detail is on the outside. Again, functioning GPS, so I like that. Saves me from putting a GPS up on the dash.
Turn right.
I'm going to stop and wait for traffic.
50 yards, turn right.
Get our windows up too.
Right.
This C12, by the way, is Slav Jerry, if you were interested. Just a great view, a lot of good detail. So nice to have one of these around, and really great value for the money. back inside for a little bit so we can pay attention to actually where we're going and not crashing into too much stuff. But we're, I mean, with this low weight and even a 430 horsepower engine, we're just about up to speed, almost to 75, and we're not even going to use 8th gear. I've already driven this truck 2 or 3 times. Don't need 8th gear in it. Not the way that it's set up and not with these weights. Good mirror visibility in this, even though we only have one option. Keep right? Am I... but not exiting? Okay. Get that off. This thing really builds up the speed. So, kind of light on the accelerator here. All clear there on the right. This may be going off to the right, but might have to stay to the left. Of course, they've got something going on here. All 3 drives so far with this have run into some sort of road work, and I'm just not going to divert. Get the Jake out of there, get the 4-ways off. Oop, thought the Jake was off, now it is. Probably get over there in the right-hand lane. Unless this is going to be, oh, it's going to be an exit-only watch.
Keep left.
Yeah. Probably don't even need to stick to the right lane, we go fast enough. Let's go ahead and throw the cruise control in there. Oklahoma City discovered in this profile. That would probably make it, well, as we crash right into that bridge, my last profile to discover Oklahoma City. Been to most of the cities now. And definitely a nice addition to the game. So what do you guys think? Do you have the mod yet? Do you have this car hauler by F3D? Are you thinking about getting it? If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. And I'll be happy to answer them as best I can. But overall, really great value for both truck and trailer, considering all the detail. And I'm excited to see what other updates that he has planned for this in terms of lights, like on the back end maybe, lights on the bumper, additional lights on the trailer, hopefully some of them customizable. And yeah, it'd be really nice if we had a few just, you know, color additions or something on the dash that we can change to kind of personalize it for ourselves. That'd be great. We only have 23 minutes left. It seems like I put exactly the amount of fuel in here to get this job done and pretty much nothing else, as we are already running pretty low on fuel. Give you kind of a look around the interior, hopefully without crashing. Especially not into a cop car.
Keep right. After 50 yards, Keep left. After 50 yards, turn left. Turn left.
So we are just right around the corner now from the drop-off. Give us another chance to really look at some of the details all the way around here. The stuff that I couldn't really show you a ton of when we were driving, because I would have crashed. Overall, very happy. Great value with this truck and trailer. Really great that F3D put this together. He did tease it pretty hard for about a month. And that's probably the biggest reason why I was a little let down on the interior at first. But again, once you realize what it is, the exterior model, I really can't find anything to be unhappy with. I know he's going to make a few more updates.
Turn left.
And that will be good. So here we are at the Alamo in Ardmore. Get our four ways on, windows down, see where they want us to drop this off. Okay, this is actually going to be a pretty challenging parking, because you don't really notice it, but this truck and trailer, it's pretty long.
You have reached your destination.
You really need to give a lot of extra room. This is when it might be nice to have a shorter chassis on the truck. See, I don't know exactly what we're going to do here. Put that in. Might have to go over the curb just a little bit. Nope, we're good. Are we going to have enough room to really even circle around here? Maybe. Just barely. Go a little slower so we can come off the curb there. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and actually pull ahead forward. Get us a little bit more square with that. Let's take a look. And we're nowhere close. So, just keep going back a little bit. We'll straighten it out so I don't hit those cars. Yeah, there's just not enough room in here. There's just plain not enough room. It's probably going to put us in that closest spot. I'm not gonna make it completely all in one run, but I just don't have the room to straighten it out, and we're probably gonna crash. Yep. You know what, we're gonna go ahead and skip parking, because it is not possible in this truck, not in this environment. We just do not have the angle, and we're too long. We'll skip parking, and we're going to call it good. Know when to quit, guys. Know when to quit. Hope you like this video, and if you have any other questions about F3D Modding's P389 Autohauler, let me know. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all of my videos. That'll do it for this one, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.
Everything just fade away, 'cause she's like sex, drugs, coke.